I'm the most excited to talk to you guys tonight because the show's been so good. Okay, can we just talk about genre for a minute? Genre is on.
Let's do it, yeah. Let's go right ahead. It's incredible.
I love it. Tell me, a relationship like the one that's forming on the show, you guys have to, as actors, have to kind of make this believable, which you totally have, but tell me about working together and kind of forming a lot of that.
It's been very interesting. Gavin and I are great friends off set, and some could say we're best friends, and so for us to, have that kind of bond where we actually, feel like so close to someone is not that hard to do when Gavin and I feel like brothers. I mean, we literally, if I could come to him if I had some of the most difficult things I was struggling with. So to go through something and actually feel like you care about someone when you actually do is makes it so much easier.
Yeah, you can see that on screen, so it definitely translates.
So when did you guys find out that the story about Connor getting shot in the foot was actually Bradley's story? When did you guys find out about that?
So Bradley had told me a while before they were going to do that he had got shot in the foot when he was younger, and he was telling me about this story. And I was like, that's interesting. That's something you'd hear on TV. And so he was like, yeah, it is. And he kind of looked at me, and I was like, you have something hidden. I know it. I can just tell. So a couple episodes later, they had come out with that script, and I was like, this is Bradley's story. This is incredible. This is something that he has gone through, and this is his life. I mean, I thought it was so cool.
In the table read, I was like, told me that.
Yeah, it was like, wait a minute.
So when the last episode left off, there was some texting going on. Connor said that he told his dad he was gay. But what are we going to see next? How would you tease the finale?
Lots of great things. Jude and Connor.
The Foster's family has
do not give it all away.
I know, I'm going to get yelled out by Peter and Bradley. It's going to be great. It's going to be such an exciting last episode. We're super stoked to see what happens, and we're very excited for fans to kind of see the resolution. There are going to be so many tears. Just prepare Kleenexes. That's all I have to say.
I was going to say, should I have tissues nearby?
Yes. Oh, yeah, totally. Boxes.
Okay, can we just talk about the theme song for a minute? It still gets me weepy. I mean, you guys have probably heard it way more than I have. It hit you the same way.
My parents actually call me every Monday and say by the time that song is over, they're still crying. Like every Monday. It still happens, so I guess it
The
works.
fans are obsessed with it.
They really are.
I skip it mostly because I'm in the editing room, so I hear it literally.
all day long.
I would hear it 1,000 times a week if I didn't. It's a gorgeous song, and I'm so glad we picked it. The network pushed us so hard when we were making the opening credits. They shut down every idea that was pitched.
Yeah.
We brought in all these super high-end title companies, and they were all like, it's a tree, and it's growing, and there's pictures, and it was like, awful. We heard some of the most awful pitches
really
in the world. And finally this idea of like what evokes home. What do we want the audience to feel like as they start their journey with the family every week? And it was what reminds you of home, what makes you feel like home. And to me, it's the male on the stairs. That's the shot that gets me going every time.
For me, it's the pancakes. And Carrie Kimmel. Carrie Kimmel, thank you, Carrie Kimmel.
Yes.
She's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so this will actually run Monday morning. So we've got a big finale Monday night. Tease a little bit. I know we've already talked about it a little bit, but tease a little bit what we're going to see. I mean, it's all about genre right now.
I ship genre hard. They're right behind us on the red carpet, so you get to talk to them too. So we'll let them, tease their story. But I'm so proud that we've been able to do this story. I'm so grateful to ABC Family that they've been supportive of it the whole way, and I think it's a real reflection of the truth that's been absent from American television for a long time.
I have to say I'm actually happy that Connor's dad's a part of the story because he is kind of the dissenting voice, and you kind of understand where he's coming from in a way, even if you don't agree with him. But was that important for you guys to have that be in the show?
Well, he's not a monster. He's just a complicated guy and having a hard time, and I love that. I mean, we try very hard on the show to make sure none of our characters are just flat-out villains.
But also as a father, I think his point of view is he's thinking, my son is too young for this. I'm not willing to, I don't know if I want to let my son go yet, I think is where he's really coming from. And I think he will eventually progress and really learn to maybe, hopefully, eventually accept them as a couple.
He has a big moment this week.
He does.